Hey, it's the Terminian Hero here, and we're playing some more Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy.
Never be like his uncle.
He just mentioned my uncle. We'll talk more about him in a second. And by him, I mean my uncle, not Samos. But anyways, this is Samos's hut here in Sandover Village, which is our first hub level. You see we've got 6 different power cells to find here. 50 Precursor orbs, and as always, 7 scout flies. And Samos gave us a mission about unblocking some green eco geysers at Sentinel Beach, so that's our first mission. If we go in here, we can talk to Kira.
Hey, baby! What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Alright, so we can look for a switch to turn some eco vents on. And yeah, Daxter being dirty there. It's kind of an ongoing joke throughout the original 3 games in the series that at some point in the game, Daxter will say something dirty and Jak will slap him. So get used to that.
I'm sure if you looked inside the Precursor Forbidden Temple, you'll find a way to turn on that capped blue eco vent on Sentinel Beach.
So yeah, anyways, we've got 2 missions now. One of them is in Sentinel Beach, and one of them is in the Forbidden Temple, or in the Forbidden Jungle, which has the Forbidden Temple in it. Look at this boat here.
Did you see the size of the bite that lurker shark took out of the fisherman's boat? We best stay way clear of them. I don't think we can tackle a creature that dag nasty.
So yeah, when I went out into the water in the tutorial level, you may have heard something scary. There's definitely something scary out here if you try to stray too far away, but I guess it's not gonna show up in this specific spot. But yeah, there's a big old lurker shark that will come to eat you if you try to swim too far out. Anyways, we've got the fisherman's boat here, and another one of the fisherman's boats over there, the one we used to get to Misty Island in the opening cutscene. So this must be the fisherman's house. It certainly has fish in it.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
And if we go down here, we can get some more dialogue.
Maybe we should go root out the fisherman. I heard he was in the jungle fishing by the lower river.
So, Daxter just gave us another mission to go find the fisherman who is in the jungle.
Oh, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, If by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 Precursor orbs.
So yeah, the mayor just gave us 2 more missions. One for bringing them power cells, and not power cells. One for bringing them Precursor orbs, and one for reconnecting the eco beam to bring power back to the village.
Back already? And without fixing the eco beams? Your village needs you, boys!
And it seems the mayor has a scout flyback here, so we'll pick that up. Talk to me, Mayor.
Here to make a donation to my campaign? 90 Precursor orbs buys you a power cell, thank you.
So yeah, the mayor's got 2 power cells for us. Now for a very interesting character.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old Precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 Precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Yeah, so this guy here is supposedly our uncle. He's an explorer. He's dressed similarly to us. But, about our uncle, well, we'll talk to him first.
What? You don't have the full stash? Well, any less than 90 Precursor orbs, and I shan't have a chance to get underway, dear boy.
So this guy's interesting because of the manual of the game. So let me just open the case up here, because the manual for this game is really cool. So
Precursor orbs.
It's not just a normal book. Let's talk to him one more time.
Now see here, the deal is for 90 Precursor orbs for a power cell. Downright even trade.
Alright, that should be all his dialogue. But the manual for the game, it's not really a book. It just folds out, kind of, and the front says, "Jack, my boy, I hope this comes in handy on your quest. Good luck." And it's signed your uncle. So it's a message from your uncle. That's what the manual is. But it's more than that, because it's also, of course, a manual. Plus, it's a poster. It has a picture, like the poster is a picture of Jack and Daxter riding the A-Grav Zoomer. And it's also a hand-drawn map of the game. Like showing, the key locations throughout the game. And if you actually look around the room, we can actually see, this is part of the map that the manual is. And so is that. This is the start of the game, and this is the end of the game. The disc also has part of this map on it, so, if you ever go get an old physical version of this game, make sure the manual comes with it, because it's really cool. Anyways, let's head this way next.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainfree. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
So yeah, this crazy bird lover might not love birds so much since she wants us to push a bird egg off the cliff, but, you know, I'm sure she means well.
Oh, hello again. Did you boys find that blue egg on the cliff? Push it off the edge, and I'll give you a power cell.
It's funny, because if you watch some blind LPs of this game, a lot of people end up doing that mission without ever even meeting this lady, because you can get to Sentinel Beach without going this way in the village first. And then the mission is just wacky, because it's just out of nowhere if you didn't talk to this lady first.
Are you boys still picking around here? I'll bet that poor little blue egg on the cliff is getting awfully cold by now. Go save it by pushing it off the edge of the cliff, and I'll give you a power cell.
Alright, we've got a couple more people to talk to in the village. Let's start by going up here. You can spin to extend the length of your jump, or you can just do a roll jump.
What a weird-looking thing! I'll bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
Yeah, so if you get this stuff, this is what happens when you go near this thing. It's filled with a bunch of Precursor orbs that we can collect. So let's do that. And now this thing stays popped open just to show that we've collected the stuff from it. Which is really nice.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
Sure thing, but first I'm gonna raid your house to take your scout fly.
Hey, my yak cows are still on the loose. Could you bring them back for me already?
I mean, yes, but it could take a while because you've got like 5 of them. So this is the pen we need to bring them into.
Gotta bring them across from the Junebird. Those darn yak cows are still roaming free. Ain't you gonna chase them into the corral already?
Yep, and that should be all of his dialogue. So yeah, this mission's not too hard, it just takes a little bit of time. And yeah, the roll jump does work as an attack, so I guess I just showcased that there. Now let's see if we can get both of these guys at once so we don't have to backtrack so much. That might be asking a bit much for someone who's not a speedrunner, that doesn't know the proper technique. Come on, Yakko, get going. But yeah, so the Jak and Daxter series has a thing with, like, animals that are combinations of, like, multiple animals. So, you know, a Yakko is obviously a yak and a cow. But, you know, there's various other things, like a hip hog, like a hippo and a hog, or a wumpy. Come to think of it, I don't really know what the wump would be.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Please talk, thank you.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
So that's his mission down. He shouldn't talk to us anymore, I don't think. But, like, you know, Samos and Kira, if you go back to them and a few other characters, once you've completed their mission, they'll give you another mission with a whole new, like, full cutscene to go along with it.
Check out that funky sculpture sitting out of rocks over there.
So we've got another thing up here. I'm kind of treating this like a collect-a-thon right now, just because, you know, we're collecting quests right now.
This must be a Precursor oracle like the sage always goes on about. I hope they weren't as ugly in person.
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 Precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
So it's interesting what these Precursor oracles say to you, because, like, you would think they would mean one thing at this point in the series, but once you've played through the full original trilogy, you realize they actually meant the opposite of what they're saying the whole time. So those of you that know the later games would know what I mean by this just by listening to what this guy said just now.
Bring to me 120 Precursor orbs, and I will award you a power cell.
So yeah, basically we've got a lot of Precursor orbs to collect. Most of the power cells in the hub worlds you get by bringing Precursor orbs to people. So we've got one more person in the village to go see, but first let's check out what's up here. Just because this is an important thing to know about. This leads to the Fire Canyon.
You don't have enough power cells to fuel my heat shield. You can't cross Fire Canyon until you collect enough power cells.
So yeah, that way will be our way forward once we've collected enough power cells. Is that communicator gonna go away? Like, ever? Or are we just stuck with it now? I think I glitched it. Anyways, let's go talk to the last guy in the village. Get our last quest.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. Oh, I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
So yeah, our last mission of the village, it's telling us to go to Misty Island, which we know we can't go there unless we can use the fisherman's speedboat, which is one person we haven't talked to yet because he's not in the village.
Oh, hey dudes! Did you find my muse yet?
I don't think that guy has any more dialogue, but I'll check after I collect the stuff down here. So there's just a little scout fly down there.
Oh, hey, dudes! Did you find my music?
Yeah,
yet?
see, so he's just repeating stuff now. I knew he didn't have an extra line of dialogue. I just wasn't sure if I could trust my online source. But whatever. I guess I can trust it. And there's our last scout fly for that area. For the hub area there.
All right! You found all the scout flies in this area.
And before we end the video here, let's actually do the missions that we can do in Sentinel Beach. Or the missions that were given to us, rather. Now, I don't want to collect too much, or I don't really want to collect much of anything yet. Because we'll be going collectathon mode in this level later. For now, we're just going for the missions. And the best way to go straight to the missions... there's a pelican flying around that power cell there. So that's interesting. We'll deal with that later. But for now, we'll just go across this sandbar. Check this out.
Yeah, so we got a Precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us!
So yeah, this is that capped vent in Sentinel Beach that Kira was talking about. Anyways, let's just ignore these guys and we'll take on this level later. We can get up to where we want to go by riding one of these water wheels up. And here's those green eco vents.
Hey, try punching the rocks to get them out of the way.
Yeah, here's those green eco vents that Samos wanted unclogged. Of course, since they're green eco vents, they fully heal us.
Finally decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
I'll collect the stuff up here since we won't be coming back up on this cliff. But we have another mission to do up here with the Flood egg.
Are you near the egg yet? That's it. Just a little further. Be careful. It doesn't look safe up there.
Yeah, so we see the Flood egg, but I said I want to get everything up here, so let's go back and get our blue eco, because there's clearly something there that we need blue eco for.
Birdie, come on, push the egg off the cliff.
Like, imagine just hearing...
Gently now. Here, birdie, birdie.
Imagine just hearing this lady here and doing this.
It doesn't look safe up there.
If you didn't meet with her beforehand.
That wasn't gentle. Oh! Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
It just comes so out of nowhere. And we'd spin there to make sure we don't take fall damage.
Oh my! I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Oh no! No, 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 no!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh, Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
Now that mission is actually pretty important because that flut is important. So just keep that in mind for later. For now, we're just gonna go head back to Samos's hut and get a new mission from him, because he should have one now. And of course we're roll jumping, since that's the fastest way to get around.
It's the conquering heroes. Good. I wanted to talk with you two about something serious. There appears to be quite a bit of lurker activity on Misty Island. I can see them bombarding the Precursor silo from my lookout tower. If the lurkers open it up and release the dark eco, we could all end up running around looking as ridiculous as this annoying little specimen. Jack, it's time for you to prove your worth. Get the fisherman to let you take his boat back to Misty Island. Get to the top of the Precursor silo and take out that cannon.
And what about me?
You? Why don't you mop my floors? They seem to have lost their shine lately.
So yeah, now Samos is telling us to go back to the only place he told us not to go. Misty Island. And we can't go there until we get permission to use the fisherman's boat, which means no matter how we do this, we gotta go to the jungle next.
The bombardment is getting worse. Find the fisherman in the jungle, get permission to use his boat, and get over to Misty Island to stop the cannon. And you, Daxter, you need to get mopping. This place is a mess.
So yeah, that'll be it for this video. In the next video, we will be going to the Forbidden Jungle. I'm the Terminian Hero, and I will see you then.